Hey, this is Tabitha Purple. We are doing our thought for today, our devotional thought. We are looking at Galatians chapter 6, verse 1 and 2. And it says this: Brothers and sisters, if someone is overtaken in any wrongdoing, you who are spiritual, restore such a person with a gentle spirit, watching out for yourselves so that you also won't be tempted. Carry one another's burdens. In this way you will fulfill the law the law of Christ. So what you don't know about me, although I produce a lot of content online and I do produce lots of prayer meditations, and we do lots of different study techniques and different devotional thoughts and things like that, one of the things I do not tend to do is engage in discussions and debates on the comment sections of anybody's pages, forums, etc. I stopped doing that a very long time ago. And the reason I stopped doing that is because I found it was really deeply affecting my soul. I really didn't want to be the kind of person that called names, or that stooped low, or that got frustrated, or that, gave as good as I got. And so in order to watch myself, in order to really behave myself, I decided to really temper what I did and what I engage with. And I try not to engage in discussions, online forums, which I know are going to end badly. However, recently I broke that rule and I responded to a comment. I just had one of these moments where I really thought somebody would understand what I was trying to say. They had made a post and I thought they would get what the point I was making. And then the internet came for me. Oh, child, the internet went crazy. Like I was got for it. Everybody had their thing. I tried to defend myself and explain what I meant, tried to be respectful, tried whatever. Somebody started calling me names and I was like, okay, I only have two options here. I can either continue to just patiently try and explain what I mean while still being misunderstood because I didn't feel heard, I didn't feel respected, or I can just quit while I'm behind. You tried to make a comment, it didn't go well, you were misunderstood, let it go. And I just kind of just drew a line and said, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna step away from it. And I didn't go back. And I didn't have a look, but it really bothered me. Like for days, I felt so unheard. I felt so abused and misunderstood. I felt like I was nullified. And I remembered, I don't do that. I don't make comments in places where I know it's going to go badly. And you can always tell. There are some places where you can make a comment and it's going to be received and you can do whatever. And there are other times when before you make the comment that this could go badly if somebody misunderstands you. And you try not to be misunderstood, but it can go badly. And it was one of those times. And this text really reminds me of what it is to be our brother's keeper. And in that sense, why I don't do the kind of back and forth on the internet. Now, I'm not that kind of person. I cannot. It just really messes with me, so I can't do it. But I do see people thrive on it. Like, I know people that they're quite good at doing it. Like they enjoy the kind of educational process of helping someone see a different opinion. You have to be able to be willing to spend time doing this, and this is quite time consuming, and I do have a lot on my plate, so it's really difficult to do that and to be articulate in very short bursts of writing to get your point across, which again is a skill. It's a real skill. So I know I have someone like that in my life who can do that and who enjoys doing that and enjoys the educational aspect. But when I think about like how people behave, one of the things that I think I always want to do is model good behavior, so that people not only can they confide in you, or they can trust you with where they're going wrong, or you can correct them, or you can give that in love, but you're actually modeling the good behavior that you want other people to see. So when there is a discussion, if there is a discussion online, and I've had people troll me and come for me and write all kinds of things in my comments section, and it's the usual abuse, hurl abuse at me, write reviews that are abusive, etc. One of the things I want to do is always model the best behavior for others and really try not to stoop to that level of just guttural reaction, but saying, okay, take a step back. This isn't what you want to experience. So stand up for yourself where it's necessary, delete, block, do the things to make sure that you are not facilitating someone else's sin, but you're also not facilitating other people then behaving in ways that you think, okay, no, let's not stoop to that level. And really trying to model good behavior. I must admit, in the online world, this is really tough. Like I find myself censoring myself a lot to make sure that you don't do that, and find myself moderating what I say and put out there to try and model good behavior. But it is not easy. As good behavior as I try to model, I take a lot of abuse in my email box, in my inboxes and stuff. So you have to really fight. But when I look at this text, when it talks about really being someone's brother and sister, and really if someone is overtaken in wrongdoing, if they're doing something that's really offensive, and a lot of time when we look at the online world, trolling, etc., it is really offensive. Gently suggest where they need to put that. It doesn't say attack them in like manner. Gently guide back. And if you know somebody, that's even better. If you don't know them, it's almost impossible to do. So gently guiding may not happen. You may just have to gently block and just say, no, I'm not going to do that, and then model that good behavior that you'd like to see. Well, I think it's a difficult one, this text, and I think it's always going to be tough. But I think we have to try, even in our online trolly kind of world, we have to try to model the behaviour we want to see in others, the kind of respectful, willing to listen behaviour. It's my little 2 pennies worth today. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye-bye.